everybody! Everyone see The Slap?
You know, The Slap, that show on network TV of an adult slapping a kid that wasn't his at a barbecue and everyone goes through their point of view on what happened? That slap?
Okay, in all seriousness, I'm talking about The Slap at this year's Academy Awards.
For those living under a rock, Will Smith slapped Chris Rock at the 94th Annual Academy Awards for making a joke about Smith's wife Jada Pinkett's hair, or lack thereof. The controversial slap overshadowed just about anything that happened during the actual ceremony to celebrate the best of the best of film.
And being honest, I didn't even watch the Oscars this year. Nothing really excited me.
Now, that's not to say there isn't things I want to see, Dune and West Side Story being two big ones I can think of. However, I always seem to go to the animation category for movies I've seen for the past year. With Luca, Raya and the Last Dragon, and of course the winner, Encanto, Disney usually reigns supreme in this category, even though hidden gems like The Mitchells vs. the Machines was in there this year. But how come these movies aren't put in the Best Picture category? Maybe it's because the Academy thinks of these movies as a little more childish and shouldn't be taken seriously compared to other films. Yes, the film about how everyone is stupid with impending doom is obviously more mature than the film about a magic house that grants the family amazing powers for their community. Okay, maybe that was a bad example.
The example I do want to bring up is actually one of the last animated feature films nominated for Best Picture, and that was Disney Pixar's Up.
Y'all remember Up, right? The Balloon House movie? Yeah, that's usually what the general population remembers about it. Some may also remember the silly talking dogs, a giant bird, and of course, the saddest first 10 minutes of a movie ever.
I would not be taking any questions at this time.
Up was one of 3 animated films that have ever been nominated for Best Picture at the Oscars, the others being 1991's Beauty and the Beast and 2010's Toy Story 3, just a year after Up was nominated. But I wanted to talk about Up because, well,
it didn't deserve it.
Okay, now before you blow up my comment saying I'm full of shit because you love this movie, hear me out. Up is a good movie. I'm not going to say it's terrible, not in the least, but I think much of the movie is overshadowed by those amazing first 10 minutes. Think about it, that beginning sequence of Carl and Ellie meeting was amazing. To put an entire life in that small amount of time, to their first meeting and then their married life where you can understand everything without a single word of dialogue. It's brilliant. After that though, do we really care about the reluctant adventure of Carl and Russell? Carl's lifelong hero Charles Muntz having an evil plan with the bird Kevin, which half the time I forget what it even is anyway. Not to mention the flaw of how Carl was watching this guy as a kid and now they're both old men at the same time. This man should be dead.
Now that does sound like a weird thing to say. The animation is gorgeous, the characters are very well fleshed out, and the score is brilliant. So why shouldn't it have been nominated? Well, I think it was probably better suited for Best Animated Short Film.
I love Pixar short films, and I think the company's ability to create captivating stories in about a 7-minute time frame is absolute art, and I think Up works better as a short film than a full-fleshed motion picture. Again, everyone talks about the first 10 minutes of this movie more than anything, just by how gut-wrenching it was, and in my opinion, that made the perfect short film. It's reality, it's life, it's heavy. Seeing love, heartache, and eventual devastation of one half of an old couple passing away, it's heartbreaking, yet beautiful. Creating this adventure afterwards with a talking dog, a big colorful bird, and a balloon house is nice, but doesn't have that same emotional resonance. I'm not saying the entire film needs to be one huge emotional roller coaster to get in the feels, but isn't that what Carl and Ellie's life was and why we were so invested? We got to experience it all. The joys of their jobs, creating their life, putting their touches all over their house. The sadness of not being able to have children. The aspect of getting old and not being able to do the things they used to do. Plus having to use their adventure fund constantly because, well, life happens. Up shows Carl and Ellie not going on their adventure as a selling point. If you want it to end on a happy note, why not take the big reveal from the actual film, where Carl turns the page and sees the note from Ellie saying, "Make your own adventure"? Why not put that a bit after the funeral and then he smiles? To me, that's the perfect story. Implying to the audience that even after living supposedly an entire life, you can still move along and keep going for the time that you do have left on Earth. Pixar didn't need an entire 90-minute film with silly talking dogs and some old man's prize bird plot to come to that message conclusion. I know many will disagree with me, and like I said, Up is a great film that I just didn't think deserved a Best Picture nomination, when it's most remembered for an amazing beginning and an okay rest of the film. I'll expect some slaps in the face in the comments, though.
Okay, I'm sorry, I couldn't resist. So tell me guys, what's your opinion of the movie Up? Do you think there's other animated films that should have been nominated for Best Picture? Let me know in the comments below. Thank you guys so much for watching. As always, don't forget to like this video, share it with your friends, or enemies, I guess, and subscribe to my channel for more animation reviews, nostalgia lookbacks, and anything else I can come up with. Thanks, everybody!